I've
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Thursday. And because it's a Thursday, we never know what we're going to get on a Thursday night. We have a doubleheader for you, at least. We'll see how the games go tonight. We'll have, first up, it'll be the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. This is a big game for the Vikings as they come into this game tied with Detroit for first place in the NFC Central, believe it or not, with a 7-6 record. It's a weak division. Coming into this week, Detroit and Minnesota both 7-6. Green Bay and Tampa Bay both 6-7, one game back. The Bucs have already won this week, so the Buccaneers are now 7-7. Detroit has yet to play this week. Green Bay, has yet to play this week, so anything can go here. For the Vikings, they need to win though, so they assure themselves at least a share of first place in the NFC Central. For the Houston Texans, 4-9. They're in last place in the AFC West. They are already eliminated from the playoffs. They really have nothing to play for at this point of the season other than just being a spoiler for somebody else. The second game of our doubleheader will have the Denver Broncos and the Raiders. The Raiders, if they win the game, they will be AFC West champions. More on that when we get there. Let's head out to Houston for this one, the Vikings and the Texans here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Energy Stadium, Houston, Texas. It's the Vikings and the Texans. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. The 7-6 Vikings, the 4-9 Texans. By the way, Evil Dead is 101-73 coming into this game. Evil Dead's going to take the Purple People Eaters, the Vikings, in this one. I can't say as I blame them. I don't want to jinx them, though, so I'll stay quiet. And it looks like the Vikings will get the opening kickoff, and we are underway live from Houston. This will be fielded at the 6-yard line, bringing it back for the Vikings. On the return, number 24. And that is Ace Ellington, the rookie out of Howard. Starting quarterback for the Vikings, Jay Foster, in his 4th year out of Michigan. The Vikings returned it out to the 28-yard line. That's where they have it, 1st and 10. The Vikings and Detroit tied for first at 7-6. If the Vikings want to remain in first place, they need to win this game or hope Detroit loses. Detroit plays later this week against Seattle. 1st and 10, 4 wide, Foster under center. Foster hands off around the outside. On the carry is Phil Maffa, the rookie out of Clemson. A gain of 3 out to the 31-yard line. On the tackle, number 30, Toby Roberts, the 11th year defensive back out of Florida State. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 5 wide for the Vikings now on 2nd and 7. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back, throws quickly, and incomplete. Tried to hit the receiver, Jace Norton, in his 3rd year out of Marshall. Phil Maffa. 3rd and 7 from the 31-yard line. That's his name, though. College football 25, look him up. Foster in the shotgun, 3rd and 7. Foster back. Foster in trouble, rolls out, throws, and just throws it away. Incomplete. And the Vikings go 3 and out on their opening drive. We have an injury timeout on Houston. That's number 92. That's Mark Potts, the defensive tackle. He got shaken up. Zach Young will come on, the 8th year punter out of Kentucky, on 4th and 7. The Vikings go 3 and out, only gain 3 yards. And now Young back to punt. Young gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 25, make it the 26-yard line. On the fair catch, Cam Robinson, the 2nd-year receiver out of Tennessee. Starting quarterback for Houston, the rookie out of Michigan, Davis Warren. He was drafted in the 2nd round. Their 1st-round draft pick was Travion Henderson, the running back. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. Warren is one of 14 rookie quarterbacks starting in the league this season. Of the 14, he was the only one not taken in the 1st round. Warren under center, 1st and 10. Warren hands off to Henderson, and Travion Henderson out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 8, the rookie out of Ohio State. And that'll bring up 2nd and 2. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here on this Thursday, the first half of our doubleheader. 4 wide, Warren under center, 2nd and 2. Warren to Henderson again, tries to get outside, and Henderson gets taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, bring up 3rd and 3 from the 33-yard line. The Vikings went 3 and out, trying to force the Texans into doing the same thing. Everybody in tight. Warren under center, 3rd and 3. Warren to Henderson. Nope, fakes the handoff. Warren throws, caught by Henderson, out of the backfield out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 9, and that'll be a Houston first down. On the tackle, number 54 is Stan King, fourth-year linebacker out of Tennessee. Just don't care for the Texans helmets. Well, if the Titans weren't such dickheads, they'd be the Houston Oilers right now. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Warren in the shotgun. Warren hands off to Henderson. And Henderson out to the 42-yard line, gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Vikings went 3 and out. This is Houston's opening drive. 2nd and 9 from their own 42-yard line. Yeah, she's in the other room. I should have said Richard heads. On 2nd and 9, Warren back, throws, and it's incomplete. Broken up by John Butler, the third-year defensive back out of Michigan. The intended receiver was DJ Welch. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Texans at their own 42-yard line. 4 wide for Houston. Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back, throws, and he's got a man, makes the catch. Number 86, Xavier Hayes, down to the 33-yard line. That's a 25-yard gain by Xavier Hayes, the 5th-year receiver out of Arizona State. Nice catch. 1st and 10 for the Viking, 33-yard line. Texans come out, 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren fakes the handoff inside. Looking, steps up. He's going to take off, and he slides at the 29, a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm not a big fan of their helmet either. Now, the logo is not that bad. I think the helmet would be better if it was white. Then the logo would stand out better. 2nd and 6. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back. Warren throws underneath, and it's caught by Donovan Aaron down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 13 yards to Aaron in his 5th year out of Southern Miss. And that's another Houston first down. A nice drive by the Texans here after the Vikings went 3 and out. 4 wide, Warren in the gun, 1st and 10. Warren draws back, throws, and it's, oh boy, nearly picked off, should have been. Jeremy Bell had it right in his hands, the 8th-year defensive back out of Alabama. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter, no score. And now on 2nd and 10 for the 16-yard line. 4 wide, Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back, throws underneath, threw it behind Henderson. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. 3:57 left in the first quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Warren in the shotgun on 3rd down. Henderson goes in motion now, empty backfield. Warren back, and he gets sacked back at the 22-yard line. Coming in to make the sack, number 50, Jim Florence, the 8th-year linebacker out of Wake Forest. It'll be 4th and 15 back at the 22-yard line. And the Texans will try a 39-yard field goal attempt. John Kim, the rookie out of Michigan State, will come on. From 39. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. The Texans lead it 3-0. They get a field goal on their opening drive. 3:27 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. This is the last of the early afternoon games. We'll start the late games next with the Broncos and the Raiders. Kim will kick off. Be fielded at the 5, bringing it back for the Vikings. Number 24, Ace Ellington. And Ellington out to the 27-yard line. And that's where the Vikings will take over, down 3-0. 3:23 left to play in the first quarter. Jay Foster comes back out to lead the offense. We have a decent crowd here on our Thursday. You never know what to expect on Thursday. Davis is here. How you doing, Davis? Your favorite team is playing, the Texans. On 1st and 10 in the I formation. Foster hands off to Maffa up the middle, and Maffa, big gain. Maffa across midfield to the 44-yard line. A 29-yard run by Phil Maffa right up the gut. First down, Minnesota at the Houston 44-yard line. That's right, Davis doesn't like Houston. He doesn't like Houston, he doesn't like Denver. And everybody but New England in the AFC East. 1st and 10 in the I formation. Foster to Maffa again around the outside, and Maffa gets the corner down the sideline, and Maffa down to the 28. A gain of 16 more for Phil Maffa, the rookie out of Clemson. Be another Viking first down. Well, the Vikings went 3 and out on their opening drive, but they're tearing it up on this one. In the I formation, 1st and 10 from the Texan 28. They hand off to Maffa again. And Maffa down to the 22, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. .225 and counting here in the first quarter. Vikings come out 4 wide, Foster in the gun. Foster hands off to Maffa yet again. Why not? Picks up another first down. A gain of 6 down to the 16-yard line. First down Vikings. 2 minutes left in the first. This has been the Maffa drive. 4 straight runs by Phil Maffa. And now with 4 wide, Foster in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws outside, and making the catch is Rondé James down to the 7-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 8 yards. Make it 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. Rondé James in his 3rd year out of Arizona. 2nd and inches from the Texans' 7-yard line. Foster, the pitch to Maffa around the outside, and Maffa close to the marker. He's got it. Picks up a yard. 1st and goal from the 6 for Minnesota. He would not be denied. We have the Broncos and the Raiders after this. We'll head out to Viva Las Vegas for that one. In the I formation, Foster under center. 1st and goal. Foster looking. Throws near side. Caught by Underwood. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown catch by Lawson Underwood, the 10th year tight end out of Iowa. And the Vikings take a 6-3 lead. The Purple People Eaters. Evil Dead likes that. He took the Vikings. Evil Dead is 101 and 73. That puts him 28 games over 500. Randy Lloyd for the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. Vikings lead it 7-3. Nice drive by Minnesota. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The Texans have nothing to play for. They've already been eliminated with their 4-9 record. But the Vikings, they have everything to play for. I have not heard from Grando in over a week. I don't know where he's been hiding. And New England fan just fell off the face of the earth. And now Randy Lloyd will kick off. From the 6 on the return, number 82 for the Texans. And that's Cam Robinson, the second-year receiver out of Tennessee, out to the 27-yard line. Me too. 1st and 10 Houston from their own 27. 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Davis Warren, the quarterback, under center. 1st and 10, the rookie out of Michigan. Hands off to Henderson around the outside. And Travion Henderson out to the 33-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. .30 seconds left. And now the Texans come out 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws. Caught coming across. Donovan Aaron out to the 44-yard line, a gain of 11. First down, Houston. And that might do it for the first quarter. Vikings up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. We go to the second quarter. 1st and 10, Texans from their own 44-yard line. Warren in the shotgun, looking. Rolls out, in trouble, and he's going to get sacked back at the 34-yard line. A 10-yard sack. Number 91, Andy Doris, the 12th-year defensive end out of Wisconsin. A loss of 10 to bring up 2nd and 20. The spotlight on Doris. Warren, the rookie, he should have got rid of it. He was out of the pocket. He could have thrown it to the sideline towards the line of scrimmage. He's a rookie. It's an awareness thing. He'll learn. It'll be 2nd and 20 back at the 34-yard line. Mad at somebody, but it's his fault. Texans come out in the eye. Warren to Henderson up the middle. And Henderson doesn't go far. 2 yards out to the 36. And that'll bring up 3rd and 18. Lawrence Burnside, the safety, comes up and makes the tackle. And now it's 3rd and long for the Texans. 3rd and 18 at their own 36-yard line. Warren in the shotgun. Warren, a draw play to Henderson. That doesn't work. It didn't fool the Vikings at all. He only picked up a yard before Hayes made the tackle. Josiah Hayes, the rookie out of Kentucky. It'll be 4th and 17, and Houston will punt. Justin Polk will come on. As Polk gets the punt away. That'll be fielded at about the 17-yard line and brought down at the 21. On the tackle there, or on the return, number 24, Ace Ellington. There's a Texan running around with one black shoe and one white shoe and trying to figure out his number. So I can fix that. Maybe he just wants to be different. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Vikings, up 7-3 with 6:38 left to play here in the first half. Vikings come out 4 wide. Foster under center. Calling it audible. Foster looking. Foster throws, dumps it off. Coming across on the catch. Rondé James out to the 35, a gain of 14. We have an injury timeout. I think James got shaken up on the play. He'll go to the sideline. That'll stop the clock with 6:33 left in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 35-yard line. We've got the Broncos and the Raiders after this. And now we're ready to resume. 4 wide, Foster under center. 1st and 10. Foster fakes the handoff. Foster throws and incomplete. Tried to dump it off to Jace Norton, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Five wide this time. Foster in the shotgun. On 2nd down. Foster back, throws quickly, and making the catch. No, he dropped it. Phil Moffa couldn't haul it in. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. From the 35, 6:26 left in the half. And now on 3rd down, 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back, throws a screen to Moffa, and it doesn't go far. Making the tackle, number 58, Zach Martin, the 7th-year linebacker out of Montana. His brother, Ty Martin, plays for the Vikings here. They're triplets, all in their 7th year, all playing linebacker. Zach Martin, Ty Martin, and Ryan Martin, who plays for the Patriots. It'll be 4th and 11. Zach Young back to punt for Minnesota. Gets the punt away from about the 17, they call it the 18-yard line. Making the fair catch is Robinson. And that's where Houston will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 18. 5:56 left to play here in the first half. Who do they play next week? The Vikings will host Dallas. I remember that from yesterday. And Houston next week will host Kansas City. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Warren. Throws deep downfield. Caught! DJ Welsh down to the 41-yard line. That's a 41-yard catch by DJ Welsh, the 4th-year receiver out of Arizona State. He caught it right in front of Butler. That's a big gain for Houston, trying to get back in this game now. They have it 1st and 10 at the Viking 41-yard line. 5:42 left here in the first half. Texans on the move. Houston comes out. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Warren throws underneath. And that's caught by Scott Sims, the tight end. Good for 11 yards. The 3rd-year tight end out of Dartmouth, the Ivy Leaguer. We said it many times. There's a lot of Ivy League players on these rosters, I've noticed. A lot. They're doing something right. Warren on 1st and 10 throws it inside to Welsh down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Under 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Vikings up 7-3, but Houston on the move. And now the Texans come out 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren hands off to Henderson. Around the outside, and Travion Henderson to the 19. A gain of 5 and a Houston first down. I will say this. I like Houston's uniforms. I like these new uniforms, the darker blue. It looks good. I would still make the helmet white. I think that would really pop. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Warren in the shotgun. Henderson in motion. Warren draws back. Warren looking, throws underneath, caught by Donovan Aaron down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Maybe there is a white helmet in here that I don't know about. I'll look later on. On 2nd and 4 from the 13-yard line. Everybody in tight. Warren under center. Warren hands off to Henderson around the outside. And Henderson doesn't go far. Only gains a yard down to the 12-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. 3:35 and counting here in the first half. Vikings up 7-3. Four receivers set wide. Warren in the shotgun. Big third down. Warren back. Throws underneath. Caught by Xavier Hayes down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 6. First and goal, Houston. Xavier Hayes. He's their highest rated receiver. He's got a rating of 94. He's pretty good. First and goal from the 6 in the I formation. Warren under center. Warren draws back, throws a fade. Hayes out of bounds. He only got 1 foot in. He threw to the corner, but Xavier Hayes could only get 1 foot in. It'll be second and goal from the 6-yard line. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun, second and goal. Warren to Henderson around the outside, and Henderson goes down. A 4-yard loss. Ty Martin on the tackle. We talked about his brother. Martin in his 7th year out of Tennessee. Third and goal from the 10. His brother Zach plays for Houston, also a linebacker. In his 7th year, they're triplets. Third and goal from the 10. Warren in the gun. Warren back. Dumps it off to Henderson. And Henderson's in for the touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown catch and run by Travion Henderson. And the Texans retake the lead 9-7. That's a nice little drive there by Houston. And now John Kim will come on for the extra point. The rookie out of Michigan State. Kim for the PAT. Snap, kick is up. Kick is good. Houston leads at 10-7. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Still 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Plenty of time for Minnesota to retaliate before halftime. They have the roof closed today. It's kind of a cool day in Houston today. We're in December. We're in the December part of the schedule, so. There's the kick. From the 4-yard line, bringing it back is Ellington over the 20, 25. And Ellington out to the 29-yard line. Phil Maffa, 60 yards already. The rookie out of Clemson. First and 10 Vikings now from their own 29, down by 3. 2:16 left to play in the half. The Vikings have all 3 of their timeouts. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Sports Davis, on this Thursday, the first half of our doubleheader. Foster in the shotgun. Foster, a swing pass quickly down the sideline to Norton, and Jace Norton down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 15 yards and a Viking first down. That'll stop the clock with 2:11 left here in the first half. Vikings come out on first down. And we hit the 2-minute warning here at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. 2 minutes left in the first half. First and 10 from the 44-yard line. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back, throws, and gets it out to Lawson Underwood, the tight end. And that'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Yeah, but we haven't seen Grando in a long time. I hope he's all right. And New England fan, I need to drop them both a line and see what they're doing. On second down, Foster throws quickly outside. And that's caught by Hawkins. Marcus Hawkins, the 4th-year receiver out of Missouri. And that'll be a gain of 4. Make it a gain of 3. It'll be 13 inches at the 46 of Houston. Foster in the shotgun. 4 wide. Foster back. Foster throws. Jumps it off to Maffa. picks up the first down out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 3, first down, Minnesota. On the tackle there, number 54, Kerry Cameron, the 8th-year linebacker out of Mississippi State. Vikings choose the no huddle. They don't take a timeout. 4 wide. Foster looking. Steps up. Foster's going to take off. And he slides smartly at the 37-yard line. A gain of 6. He didn't want to take a hit from Xavier Morgan. Smart move. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 37-yard line. The Vikings did take a timeout there. 44 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts left. 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back. Throws underneath. Caught coming across by Norton down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 5. That'll be enough for the first down. And Minnesota takes yet another timeout. They have 1 left. Vikings on the edge of field goal range. It'd be a 49-yard field goal from here. Vikings come out. Foster under center. Foster looking. Throws. Caught by Underwood down to the 21-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 11. First down, Minnesota. Now they're definitely in field goal range. Looking to take the lead before halftime. 1 timeout left. They're letting the clock run down to 23 seconds. Now we're down to 12. Foster looking. Throws underneath. Caught by Norton down to the 6. And they take their final timeout with 5 seconds left. And that's a gain of 15 yards. First and goal from the 6-yard line. On the tackle there, number 28, Ray Thomas, the safety. And now the Vikings, do they take a quick shot at the end zone? No. Randy Lloyd will come on for a field goal. This will be from 23 yards to tie the game up. Kick is up. And it's good. We're tied at 10. Smart move. I don't have anything against that. Take the points. Now, had they gone for it, I would have no problem with that either. As long as it was a quick play. But they get the points. They tie the game up. And now Randy Lloyd will kick off. Actually, I think it's Zach Young, number 4, who kicks off. Yep, that's who it is. There's the kickoff. And that's going to go out of the end zone. Touchback. And the Texans will have it at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Let's see what Houston does here. Maybe they might just take a knee and go to halftime. Nope, they're going to run a play. 3 receivers to the near side. Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back. Warren looking. Warren in trouble. And Warren was about to throw deep, and he gets sacked. Your halftime score, Minnesota 10, Houston 10, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. We go to the 3rd quarter. This game closer than I thought it would be. I thought this would be a Minnesota rout. But we're tied at 10. The Vikings at 7 and 6. The Texans at 4 and 9. Houston will get the second half kickoff. We're underway. From the 2 or 3 yard line, bringing it back for Houston, number 35. That's Xavier Hall out to the 24-yard line. In his 2nd year out of Butler. Tied at 10. The Texans have already been eliminated from the playoffs. Minnesota comes into this week tied with Detroit. for first place in the NFC Central with a 7-6 record. Detroit plays Seattle later this week. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Warren in the gun. And now Henderson goes out as a receiver. Empty backfield. Warren, low snap, throws underneath. Caught by DJ Welch down to the 32-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 7. And he looks like he got shaken up on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3. No injury timeout. 7:38 and counting. Texans come out in the I formation on 2nd and 3. Warren to Henderson up the middle, and Travion Henderson to the 37-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Houston. Alex Woodson, the safety, came up and made the tackle. In his 4th year out of Miami. 1st and 10 for the Texans, 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Warren back, sets up a screen pass to Henderson down the sideline. And Henderson out to the 49. A gain of 12 and a first down for Houston. Well, the Texans with nothing to play for, and they're playing well. Houston started 0-5, and they are 4-4 since then. They hand off to Henderson, and Henderson 2 yards out to the 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. On the tackle, Josiah Hayes, the defensive tackle. 6:22 and counting here in the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Texans at the Viking 49-yard line. Single back. Warren to Henderson. And Henderson picks up just a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 48-yard line. So a big third down for Houston at the Viking 48 in a tie ball game. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back. Warren looking. Warren in trouble now. Rolls out and just has to throw it away. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Viking defense holds. And the Texans will have to punt. Justin Polk will come on to punt. He gets the punt away. And that's going to be into the end zone. Touchback. Tried to get the corner. Vikings will take over. 1st and 10, their own 20-yard line. With 5:34 left to play here in the third quarter. We're tied at 10. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Sports Davis in the house. Here on this Thursday. First half of our doubleheader. Broncos Raiders up next. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 4 wide. That's Foster, who hands off to Maffa out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 13 and a Viking first down. Ray Thomas came up, made the tackle. The safety in his 8th year out of Iowa. It'll be 1st and 10. Minnesota now at the 33. 4 wide for the Vikings. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back. Foster throws. He's got a man. It's Underwood. Out to the 40-yard line, the big tight end. 27 yards to Lawson Underwood. Down to the Texan 40-yard line. First down, Minnesota. Lawson Underwood, one of the better tight ends in the league. First down, Vikings at the Texan 40-yard line. Under 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. First and 10. 4 wide. Foster under center. Foster drops back, quickly throws underneath, and caught by Rondé James out to the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. 4:25 and counting. Here in the third quarter, Vikings on the move, tied at 10. Vikings come out. Foster under center. Foster hands off to Maffa, trying to get outside. Maffa picks up 2 yards down to the 33-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3. 4 minutes now left to play here in the third quarter. Big third down for Minnesota here. 3rd and 3 from the Texan 33-yard line. 4 wide. Foster in the gun. And now they shift. Still 4 wide. Foster drops back. Throws outside. Incomplete. Tried to get it out to Rondé James. Toby Roberts knocked it away. The 11th year defensive back out of Florida State. Nice play by Roberts. Going to bring up 4th down. This will be a 50-yard attempt by Randy Lloyd to give the Vikings the lead. About the edge of his field goal range. Kick is up, and he missed it. Wide right. It drifts wide right, no good. And we remain tied at 10. And now the Texans are going to get pretty good field position out of this, as Davis Warren comes back out, the quarterback. They'll have it at their own 40-yard line. 3:37 left to play. We're in the third quarter. The roof is closed here at NRG Stadium in Houston. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. 4 wide for the Texans, but they're in tight. Warren under center. Warren looking. Warren throws underneath. Caught. Oh, dropped. Tried to hit Jake Barker, the rookie tight end out of Texas. Couldn't hold on. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. He simply dropped that one. Second and 10 from the 40-yard line, 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren drops back. Warren throws, and it pops in the air, incomplete. They're looking for DJ Welsh. He was well covered by 2 Vikings. Pops up in the air and goes out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. 3:28 left here in the third quarter. Warren in the shotgun, 3rd and 10. Warren drops back. Warren looking, steps up. He's going to take off. He's got the first down across midfield to the 45. A gain of 15 for Davis Warren. First down, Houston. Into Viking territory. 3:07 and counting. On 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back. Throws near side. Caught on the sideline by Xavier Hayes. Out to the 36. A gain of 9. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Evil Dead took the Vikings in this one.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, they want to review this one. They're going to look at this one. All right, let's look at it as well. Oh, they may have a... Okay, well... I think... Well, that's close. It's going to stand, though.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Ruling on the field stands. That's going to cost the Vikings a timeout. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 36-yard line. At the Viking 36. This time, single back, 4 wide. Warren under center. Hands off to Henderson. No, fakes it. Throws. Dumps it outside. Incomplete. Tried to hit Henderson in the flat. He dropped it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. .251 left to play here in the third quarter. So now the Texans face another 3rd down. 4 wide from the Viking 36. Warren in the shotgun. Warren throws quickly outside. It's caught by the tight end Scott Sims. down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 6. And that'll be a Houston first down. Nice misdirection play there. 1st and 10 for the Viking 30. And now Houston's in field goal range. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Warren draws back. Throws. Caught underneath by DJ Welsh. Down to the 24. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. 2:23 left to play. We're in the third quarter. Everybody in tight this time on 2nd and 4, single back. Warren fakes the handoff, throws down the middle, caught by Jake Barker down to the 15. A gain of 9, first down Houston. The big tight end, the rookie out of Texas from College Football 25. Go look him up. Everybody in tight once again, but 4 wide. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Warren to Henderson. And Henderson down to the 12, a gain of 3. Before he's tackled by 71, Armani Callaway in his 8th year out of Houston. Homecoming for Holloway today. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Houston at the Minnesota 12. Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back, throws quickly out to Hayes, turns upfield, and Xavier Hayes down to the 1. A gain of 11. It'll be 1st and goal Houston at the Viking 1-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter, and the Texans are threatening now in a tie ball game. In the offset eye, Warren under center. Warren to the up back, touchdown. Taylor Burton, the fullback, a 1-yard touchdown run. The 11th year fullback out of Kansas State. They give it to Burton, and he's in for the touchdown. And the Texans go up 16-10 with 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. We have a major upset brewing here. This would definitely hurt the Vikings. It would help out Detroit. John Kim for the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Texans lead it 17-10. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. .49 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Texans will kick off. This will be at the 6-yard line. Bringing it back is Ellington over the 25. And Ellington out to the 28-yard line. And that's where the Vikings will have it 1st and 10. Phil Moffa just needs 25 more yards to break the 100-yard barrier today. Plenty of time for the Vikings to tie this one up. We're still in the third quarter. Vikings come out 4 wide. Foster under center on 1st and 10 from the Texan 28-yard line. Foster draws back, throws across the middle. Coming across, and it's a big gain by Rondé James down the sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings, 72 yards. He turns on the afterburners, gets the quarter, and he's gone. Rondé James, a 72-yard touchdown catch and run. Watch him just separate from the secondary here. He turned the corner, and he was gone. Evil Dead likes that. Rondé James in his 3rd year out of Arizona, the Wildcat. And now Randy Lloyd will come on for the extra point to tie the game back up again. Just a great catch and run. He showed great speed there. Kick is up. And the kick is good. We're tied at 17. It didn't take the Vikings long. One play, 72 yards. We're tied at 17. I was saying the Vikings had a lot of time. Well, they decided they wouldn't take much. And now Zach Young will kick off for Minnesota in a tie ball game. Young for the kickoff. From the 3-yard line on the return. Number 35, Xavier Hall, out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Houston will have it, 1st and 10. 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the Texans find themselves tied once again with the Vikings. Minnesota at 7 and 6. Houston at 4 and 9. The Texans have been eliminated from the playoffs already. Just playing for pride. 4 wide for Houston. Warren in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Warren to Henderson around the outside, and Henderson goes down at the 30-yard line, a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Jeremy Bell on the tackle for Minnesota. They'll probably get the playoff in time. 4 wide. We're down to 7 seconds. Warren looking, throws underneath, caught by Welsh down to the 38-yard line, and that's the end of the third quarter. We're tied at 17 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to NRG Stadium. We go to the fourth quarter. We're tied at 17. 3rd and inches for the Texans now at their own 38. Warren to Henderson. Gets the first down, and Henderson across midfield to the 48. A gain of 14 yards for Travion Henderson. Showing why Houston took him in the first round. First down for the Texans. Nice little sidestep there. .740 and counting. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun. Warren to Henderson. And Henderson up the middle down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Clock is moving. 7:20 and counting. We're tied at 17. Texans not quite in field goal range. They come out with Warren in the shotgun. Henderson in motion. Warren looking. Warren throws and caught by Welsh down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 11. DJ Welsh. First down, Houston. Now they're in field goal range at the Viking 29-yard line. It'd be a 46-yard field goal from here. In the I formation, 1st and 10. Warren pitches to Henderson around the outside. Henderson tries to get the corner and goes down after a 7-yard gain down to the 22-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. .620 left. Broncos Raiders after this. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Warren in the shotgun. Warren, a swing pass quickly out to Xavier Hayes. And Hayes only picks up a yard to the 21. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Under 6 minutes left. 3rd and 2 for Houston. And now the Texans come out 4 wide. Warren under center. Fakes the handoff, throws outside, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Jake Barker caught the pass, the tight end, and Montel Monroe comes up to make the hit. The ninth-year safety out of Florida State. Great hit by Monroe, keeping the Texans from getting the first down. The loss of a bunch. What was that? A loss of 5 yards on the play. And now this will be a 33-yard field goal attempt by John Kim to give the Texans the lead again. From 33. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good, right down the middle. And Houston takes a 20-17 lead on the Vikings with 5:16 remaining. Plenty of time for Minnesota. Kim will kick off. Don't forget, we've got the Broncos and the Raiders after this. And now the kickoff by Kim. From the 4-yard line, bringing it back is Ellington over the 20, 25, and Ace Ellington, the rookie out of Howard, out to the 26-yard line. Jay Foster, some highlights. That was the long touchdown pass to Rondé James, and then the touchdown to Underwood. Houston leads it 20-17. 5:13 remaining. Plenty of time for the Vikings. They can tie it up with a field goal or take the lead with a touchdown. On 1st and 10. In the offset eye. Foster under center. Foster to Maffa. And Phil Maffa out to the 29. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. As we're down to 5 minutes left. Five wide for the Vikings. Foster in the shotgun, 2nd and 7. Empty backfield now. Foster back, throws quickly, gets it out to Rondé James, out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Minnesota. 4:35 and counting. Vikings at their own 36, down by 3. 4 wide for Minnesota. Foster under center. James in motion. They fake the end around, give it to Maffa. And Maffa picks up 2 to the 38. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. On the tackle there, number 54, Kerry Cameron, the linebacker. We're down to 4 minutes remaining. From the 38-yard line, their own, in the I formation. Foster to Maffa. And Maffa out to the 43, a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 at the 43-yard line. Big 3rd down right here. 4 wide for Minnesota. Foster under center. 3rd and 3. Foster draws back. Looking, throws, dumps it off to Maffa. Picks up the first down. It's actually Rondé James, out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 7. And that's a Viking first down. Clock is moving. 3:13 and counting. Vikings are methodically moving it downfield. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. We're coming up on 3 minutes left. 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster drops back. Throws near side. Caught by Norton. And Jace Norton 10 yards down to the 40-yard line. And that's another Viking first down. 3rd-year receiver out of Marshall. 2:45 and counting. Vikings not quite yet in field goal range. 4 wide. Foster in the gun. 1st and 10. Foster back. Throws underneath again. And that's number 83 this time. John Mills, the 3rd-year receiver out of UNLV. His first catch of the day. Good for 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 from the 33-yard line. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning probably after this play. 4 wide. Foster in the gun. 2nd and 4 from the 33. Now they shift. And we're actually going to reach the 2-minute warning here at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Texans lead it 20-17. It'll be 2nd and 4 now. 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Throws underneath. Caught by John Mills again, down to the 25. A gain of 8. Minnesota, they're just killing the Texans with that route. 1st and 10 from the Houston 25. Clock is moving. 1:42 and counting. On 1st and 10, 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back. Throws. And it's, thrown behind him. Nearly picked off by Toby Roberts. That'll stop the clock. 1:26 left. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. At the Houston 25-yard line. Minnesota comes out 4 wide. Foster in the shotgun. Foster back. Rolls out. And Foster's going to take off. And Foster picks up the first down. He's in for the touchdown. A 25-yard touchdown run by Jay Foster around the outside. It looks like the Texans didn't know what to do on that. He sneaks in for the touchdown. And the Vikings take a 23-20 lead. The extra point will put them up by 4. Nice run by Jay Foster, the 4th-year quarterback out of Michigan. And now Randy Lloyd will come on for the extra point. Evil Dead likes that. Lloyd for the PAT. Snap, kick is up, and kick is good. Vikings lead it 24-20. 1 minute, 18 seconds left to play. Here in Houston, the roof is closed. It's a cold day outside. With the roof closed, it kind of reminds me of the old Astrodome a little bit. I wish they'd put some historic stadiums in this game. That'd be awesome. And now Zach Young will kick off for the Vikings. Up by 4. Texans have to get a touchdown now. There's the kickoff. From the 7-yard line on the return. That'll be number 82. That's Cam Robinson out to the 32-yard line. Houston has all 3 of their timeouts. They need a touchdown, though. They're down by 4, 24-20, with 1:12 remaining. Can the Vikings hang on, go to 8-6? Or can Houston pull out a miracle here and get the upset win? Warren in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Warren draws back. Warren looking. Warren steps up. He's going to take off. And Warren slides down the 38-yard line, a gain of 7. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. They take a timeout with 1:06 left. They have 2 timeouts remaining. It'll be 2nd and 3 from their own 38. Houston will host Kansas City next week. And the Vikings will host Dallas next week. In what could be a big game for both teams, really. On 2nd and 3, 4 wide, Warren in the gun. Warren draws back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Donovan Aaron out to the 44. A gain of 6. First down, Houston. They're letting the clock run. We're down to 50 seconds. They're going to opt for the no huddle here. 4 wide. From their own 44-yard line. Warren back. Warren throws near side. Caught by Henderson. Out to the 47-yard line. He stuck his hand out, but they didn't roll him down. Why aren't they taking a timeout? They have 2 timeouts left. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. We're down to 22 seconds. They got to take a timeout here. They're wasting a lot of time. 15 seconds. They fake it. They look. And, boy, he's off to a slow start. Gets the first down out to the 44-yard line. They finally take a timeout. It's a gain of 9. 8 seconds left. They wasted a lot of time and finally took a timeout. That might have been an awareness thing on the quarterback. This could be the last play of the game. 4 wide. They have 1 timeout left. Only 8 seconds on the clock. Warren looking. Warren throws deep. Time's going to run out. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. Ball game. Your final score, Minnesota 24, Houston 20. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We've got the Broncos and the Raiders up next. We'll see you then.